How AI has impacted Google search engine results page. Today I'm joined with Charles Floate. So how has AI, there could be Gemini AI overviews, could be the AI map pack, which is now coming up quite a lot. And you've got AI mode now at the top as well as being one of the tabs. How is this disrupting Google search?
I think the very first thing that AI has disrupted is the index, because we've seen index bloat explode, right? I think from the year that ChatGPT came out to a year later, the Google index grew 10 times, right? So we saw more content produced and more content published and indexed by Google in that year than we did in the 9 years past combined. So the amount of production that has hit the web as a result of AI, and even just AI tools and all these kind of tools that are printing pages of press releases and summaries and everything else, has just created such a larger quantity than we've ever seen before. And I think that will continue to happen as these tools get bigger and better, and especially like PSEO tools and all these kind of things become more and more apparent. It's also kind of given people who are not necessarily the most technically skilled SEOs in the world some serious firepower to actually go and start implementing things that they would have never even been able to dream of before without having a very large, capable team behind them. AI overviews have massively changed informational SERPs. So previously, you used to get something like 60 to 80% more clicks from informational queries than you do now, just because the AI overview at the top answers the query in such a better way than the featured snippets would do, and in such a longer format way, and they're able to follow up with the AI overview, and they can actually go into a chat mode experience and actually ask additional questions and start getting more information out of it. That was never the case with the old search landscape. So that's completely kind of taken out a lot of the bloggers and kind of publishers that were earning off of AdSense and other ad networks and things like that. And I think we'll slowly see those AI overviews as they move into AI map packs, as they move into AI shopping, as they move into AI images, all of these kind of things, they'll slowly start taking more and more of the cake.
So with regards to you saying index bloat, and obviously the amount of new articles that's being created, surely they're going to have to come up with something so the barrier to entry of indexation is going to have to be lifted, because the cost and the compute power in saving all this information is going to be huge for Google. And you've got to remember that Google are a business who's trying to make profit, and they're not going to be wanting to have all this index bloat. They don't need to have 10,000 pages talking about the exact same thing. So what do you think is going to be the difference with regards to AI changing and disrupting Google? What's going to be the difference for someone who I go and create on a brand new website, it's a DR0, brand new site, and I go and do 10,000 pages. You go and launch one, 10,000 pages. Surely there's going to have to be some sort of other signals, because the content's going to be relatively similar unless they're using information gain. They're going to have to be looking at maybe backlinks or user signals or something like what do you think people are going to need to do more and more of to get into the index?
I think I think number one, they'll probably move to a stage where you have to be signed up with Webmaster Tools or Google Search Console or something along those lines to be able to actually get verified in the first place and be able to get indexed. I think they will move to some sort of a system where you have to be essentially signed up with Google to be able to get in there in the first place. From there, I only ever see like a domain level system working, where they will say, okay, this domain is allowed to be in the index, other domains are not. And to get into that index, you have to go through certain signups, maybe do a YouTube account, do certain other things and stuff like that, just to be able to get them in the first place. But generally speaking, Google weights certain sites higher anyway already. And I think those weights will just continue to be pushed up, where instead of right now, if you know the BBC is a 0.5 and a little hobby blog gets treated as a 0.05, the BBC is going to go to a 0.9 and that's going to go to a 0.05, right? Like certain sources are just going to be much higher weighted and more trusted than other sources will become, which I think will actually make Parasite SEO even worse.
Yeah. Which is crazy. A lot of it does end up pointing back to Parasite SEO.
Exactly.
With regards to AI map packs, so at present, people do a search for plumbers near me. They might get the Gemini AI overview, and then they normally get the Google Business Profile listings. Are you thinking that the Google Business Profile listings at some point are going to be replaced with AI map packs? Is that what's going to start happening?
Yes.
I know it's already been happening in the US, in the UK as well, for certain industries and for certain keywords. Are you think that's going to be a blanket that they're going to be removing the Google bit, the maps listings, and it goes to AI map?
I know that Google make decisions based on profitability, basically. And the AI map packs that I've seen so far remove click to call. So you no longer have an organic click to call. It will only be a paid click to call. So that will actually incentivize ad spending by local businesses to go up rather than to go down. So if the incentive is there for Google to profit off of something, they will do it and they will move into that environment. So I definitely see it becoming the default experience where you have an AI map pack and bear in mind, it will only show one or two companies as the current visibility so far. We're only seeing one or two companies, whereas the previous map pack were like 3 to 6 companies listed in your immediate view. But right now it's mostly based on Google's ability to make money from it. And if they can reduce the amount of companies that are going to show up for the organic, remove their ability to have click to call, so users are going to click the call on the paid more, so they're going to get more money for paid ads, and they're going to have more companies pushing their way up there, which, bear in mind, will increase CPC as well for those local systems. Then they're going to do it, and I see that rolling out. I see that rolling out quicker than AI mode becoming default.
Well, I'm going to move on to AI mode, right? Because let's say AI mode becomes the default. How is Google, who are a business, and you just said they want to make as much profit as possible, how are they going to, within AI mode, start to do the PPC? Normally there's, let's say, 4 ads at the top and then there's other links underneath it and stuff like that. What do you think they're going to be doing in AI mode? And why do you think they would move to it unless they feel that they're going to get more profitability out of it?
So AI mode, from their initial research, keeps users on Google or in Google's ecosystem far longer than traditional searches do. So immediately, if you have more time spent in that ecosystem, you have more ability to monetize from that user. The actual ad system that will be used in the chat mode or the AI mode or whatever it becomes like that, if it's even similar to what AI mode is now, and that becomes the default experience, it might be different, but it might be similar. Even if it is remotely similar to it, then they'll be using a dynamic ad system, which basically just has positive and negative words. And all you do is you put in the positive words that you want in people prompting into it. You put in the location, device, age, same exact thing. And bear in mind that AI mode experience, you're probably going to have a lot more people logged in as well. So targeting is going to become even easier for the ads departments. And then it's going to be dynamically showing, again, bidding is the same as it will be. I'm not sure if quality score will move over. It might not, so that they can actually increase CPC bidding even more. But that's how I see it coming, as more of a dynamic ad display network system than a traditional CPC bidding for keyword system.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode with regards to how AI is disrupting Google search. Leave a comment in the comment section to let me know what your thoughts are with how AI is going to further disrupt it, whether it's going to disrupt Bing search a lot more or Google search, or what you think is going to be happening. Charles, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you for having me.